welcome back. We are live again. So this is the third hour stream. So this is day two. We completed day one. If you don't know what we covered in day one, look at this video and this video. These videos will show you what we practice and how we have done it. Okay. So the first day, if you remember, up to page 9, I will give you this document. The first day we covered all these things and show you what all we covered. On the day 1, we covered all these topics. Now it is day 2. So day 2, it will be a little longer, but bear with me. I will show you what we are covering in day 2. This is day 2. So first is basic data types. We learn the primitive types, integer, float, double, character, and we understand size in memory. For example, int is usually 4 bytes, float is 4 bytes, double and byte are double is 8 bytes, character is 1 byte, right? So we get to understand the size in the memory and know the kind of data it stores, right? So, for example, integer stores integers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so on and so forth. Float stores the float values such as 3.142 or 5.6 or 7.8. Double stores double of what the float stores. Float stores 4 bytes, double stores 8 bytes. So it will be like 3.142121212, and that is possible, and the character stores 1 byte. So now we are looking at the allocation. Okay, so let's start. I will open Visual Studio Code, and what I will do is I will just reveal this folder in File Explorer, and what we are doing is we will set all these, and I will make a new folder, and I will call this Day1, and we'll paste all these here. Then we are doing the programs for day 2 now. So in day 1 all these are there. Now I will create the day 2 folder. We'll make this day 2 and we'll create the file here. I will create my first file. I will call this data types.c, and I will start with hash include and then stdio.h. Then we will declare the integer values. So I have the ChatGPT open. So you can come here and look at the program. So what did I miss here? Integer, and then age is equal to 25. I didn't type the void main, or I will just say int main. And over here I will declare the variable integer age, float height is equals to 6.1, that is the height. Char age is equals to, and then age, then we will declare a Here we can comment integer variable, float variable, character variable, and constant. Constant. We can go ahead and declare all these things. Now we will print the age. For example, we do printf the age enter is, and then I will do percentage d, and then here I will say age. Okay. So that is printing the age. Okay. And then we will print the height. Height equals to percentage head, percentage on 1f. That will just display one character. That's it. Then comma height. Then we will print the grade. Grade equals to percentage C, fashion, and here grade, grade, and then we will do the constant grade equals to percentage D, fashion, comma, max underscore score. Now we will do will leave it actually so that it's easier for us. We will make this table like that, and make this include like this. So now if I do day2, here in day2, and then we have C one day type C two, one data type one. So we compared it. Then we go like one data type .c, and it prints all the values. As you can see, the height is 6.1, the grade is 8. So the other, okay, I made a mistake over here. Let's fix this. Maximum score equal to, and then we compile it and we'll run it again. Now it is giving us correctly max score is equals to 500. So let's see what the chat GPT have done. So okay, they have put the colon there. I have put t equals to, that doesn't matter. But the program is working fine. And then I didn't return anything. That is something that I missed. So we'll just type return 0. Okay. Then we will recompile this and run it, and we get the results. Okay guys, any doubts over here? So we have the class running. If you have any doubts, please let me know. This is the program, guys. Okay. Now we'll move on to the second bit, which is we learned all these things now, and now we will work with the constant. The constant is also there. If you look at this, this is the constant declaration. Okay, and this is how you print it. Okay, so that is covered. That is the difference between variable and constant. I can show you the live example. So here, if I try to just say max score is equals to 99, you will see an error that I wanted to show you. Okay. Now, if I try to run this again, you see it says previous definition of max constant with type integer conflicting type qualifier for max score. That means that the constant is already declared and we are trying to redeclare it, which is not possible. Okay, which is not possible. But if I just do this for a number, for example age, if I just say age is equals to 29, that is still allowed. So it will compile without any errors. That I wanted to show you. See, as you can see, no issues over there. Okay, because we are not printing the age, it is not showing anything, but you can print it again and it will show you the correct age. Okay guys, understood. Hey, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Share the stream with your friends. Now the next step is to Next step is to do a few other things. We'll see keywords. Keywords are things like these. For example, integer is a keyword, float is a keyword, char is a keyword, const is a keyword, printf is a keyword, okay, return is a keyword. Similarly, they also have if and while, which are the keywords. You cannot use them as variable names. So here, if you just type int print is equals to 25, it will not work, guys. I will show you once. Okay, I will just say int print is equals to 25, and now I will try to compile this. So as you can see, it says error. Why is it saying error? If we remove this also, I will show you it won't work. Now this actually work, but this is a glitch, guys. You should never use keywords such as print as your variable names. Okay, so this will be age and this will be age as well. Okay, now if we compile this and run this, it displays correctly. Okay, but I don't know why it worked. It shouldn't work because print f is a keyword, not print. So by the way, that was the point. If I just say print f here, and if I say print f here, let's see what happens. Okay, see here, it says integer variable. Object called printf is not a function or a function pointer. So that is the error you are getting. So that should always, the variable name should not be the keywords. That's the uh, takeaway out of this particular error message. So if I compile this again, it compiles and it prints correctly, as you can see. The output is here. You can see the output. Okay. If you are enjoying, please share the video with your friends. Please like the video as well. Thank you so much for joining in the stream. Okay. Thank you. You can chat as well if you have any questions. So the next one is a new file. I will do a new file and we'll see what is the topic. Okay. Signed, unsigned, short, long, unsigned length. We will learn these now. Okay. And let's see. So here, this is a small calculator application. We'll do this before we cover the modifiers. Uh, or we can just ask for example right away. We'll do this, copy, and I will go to a new chat here. Please give me example for this. Okay. So like the integers have 4 bytes and unsigned integers also have 4 bytes, but they are positive and negative values, as you can see. Sign includes the negative to positive, and the unsigned includes only positive numbers. Okay, so the size doubles over here in a way. Okay, and short is minus 32768 to 32767. Long, it has this range, okay, which is 8 bytes. So now I will ask it to give this as one program. So here I will show you what this is doing. Okay, so I will just call this new file, and I will just say file 2 take underscore modify dot c. Okay, now if we paste this code, let's understand what this code is. Okay, so I declared a signed integer called as temperature, and assigned a value of -10 to it. So the temperature is -10. So I declared unsigned, which is only, it can hold negative values. Signed integer can hold negative values. Unsigned can only hold positive values. Okay. So age is equals to 25. Then we declared a small number called as 32,000. Okay. Then we declared a large number called as population. Okay. And then we declared a long double price called as that particular value. And note here, the format specifier is LF, percentage LF for long double. For long integer it is LD. Okay, for small and other it is percentage D only. Okay, so we are printing those values over here. So to compile this, again we will use GCC, and then to type modifiers dot c dash o, and then uh, I will just say 2 for exe. Okay, so here we have an error. Please check error. I will just debug this with kilocode, because for some reason, please check error, and it will use the open file. So what it did to fix is it added double L over here. Okay, and we are getting the output. It was an integer overflow issue. Okay, now what I can do is I can save this and I can execute this. So it is giving the results guys. As you can see, it printed correctly this time. It had to fix the error and it fixed it and it is trying to do something else. Now if we try to do it again, it displays correctly. So what I was doing is I was using something called as kilocode, which was debugging the output, and now the output for this is okay. Now we can end the debug mode and go to code mode. Okay, what I did is I terminated the thing. I will give the feedback to ChatGPT. I'm using ChatGPT to help with the examples. As you can see, these examples were taken from the ChatGPT and everything is running correctly now. Okay, now the next thing is to check what we have. Variable declaration and initialization, we already covered this. Difference between declaration, this is called as declaration, right? When you say int a, when you say int a, it is called as declaration. But when you say int a is equals to 5, it is called as declaration with initialization. Okay, we are initializing the a value of a to 5. When we declare it and initialize it in the both on the same line, we do this. That is called as declaration and initialization. Okay, so the next program is um, something simple. So I will just call this 3 multiple underscore vars dot c. Here what I will do is I will just say hash include stdio, okay, brackets, and I will say int name, and then I will just say int a comma b, a comma c, c comma b. Okay, and I will just say a is equals to 20, b is equals to 30, c is equals to 33. Then I will just print the value. Print the value a is percentage b, comma b is percentage b, comma c is percentage c, and we will close this over here. A, comma b, comma c, and I will just turn 0 over here. I will try to run this program. I will just say gcc d multiple vars dash o and d multiple vars dot lc. Okay, and now I will just type let's see, a is 20, b is 30, and c is 33. So this is how you declare multiple variable declarations. This is called as multiple variable declarations. Okay. Now the next thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to make a small modification over here. I will just say this value is 66. So I will remove this and I want to see if this works. So this what we did is we declared an initialized b wherever we wanted it. We did it on the same line, and as you can see, A and C are just declared but not initialized. B is declared and initialized with the value of 55, and the output is correct over here, as you can see. Okay, so that concludes this particular program, which is to declare multiple variables and initialize them as well. I showed you initialization. example as well. Okay. The next one is the input and output. Uh, we already covered the output for printer, so I will just cover this. Now we so here what it is doing is it is declaring age, it is declaring salary, it is declaring the character grade, and then we are accepting the input over here. For example, we ask the user to enter the age and we scan that age. Okay, we scan that age, and similarly we are doing it for everything. So let's go ahead and type this program day 2, and I will just say node scan property. Here I will just say hash include video.h, and I will just say name, and then I will declare a variable called as integer uh, mark, mark 1 equals to 33, integer mark 1, and here I will say print that we will not initialize it to anything. Enter English mark. I will just say that. Okay, that's fine. We are using scanf this time. Scanf percentage d, scanf percentage d, comma mark request if, and then I will just say 0 over here. Printf, printf English mark equals to, and then percentage d, comma mark 1, mark of 1. So let's see. I just did that. Now let's do CLS over here. I will just say GCC, and then code scanner code scanner.exe, and now I will just execute that exe file. I will just say 55. Here I have done a small mistake. It is and mark 1 and mark 1. So I will have to recompile this and duplicate this. So as you can see, the and that you must say it correctly, guys. Okay. We will do another variable over here. And then I will say load, and I will just say salary, and we can this query if you want. But here what I will do is I will just say query type and enter the salary record last month. Okay, and I will give it a prompt like this, and I will just say scanner, and this will be percentage F, comma, and salary and salary. And here I will just take it out to the string and then reference now was, and then I will do percentage F, comma, uh, salary. Okay, let's see if this works. It should work. So as you can see, it executed. I will just say 44 this time. Last month salary plus 67.44. And it rounded off. As you can see, it works. And this is good practice, guys. Okay, I will just show it this particular guy. I did this instead. Okay. Okay. So what it is showing me is the format specifier. Here you can look point to it, that is what it did. So let's see what is the difference. We will just compile it again and execute it. Okay, now you can see it added the 2.2. Because it is 0.2, we are only getting 2 decimals over here, but if you look at this one, we are getting 6. This is 0.6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? It will show you 6 decimals, but up to 6 decimals. But if you want it to round, then you just do 0.2f, which was already covered in the previous day 1 tutorial, right? So this is good stuff. Understanding what is going on, guys? Okay, very good. Now for the next thing, I will stop the stream and